Hello and welcome to the President's Update for October 12th through the 31st. We're quite busy here at NSCC, and the theme of today's video is Doing Things Differently Leads to Something Exceptional. A good example, really appreciate there's 141 people in our NSCC group. And I really appreciate that team members are putting in inspirational thoughts. I look forward to reading those in the mornings. Let's offer congrats when you see them next to Cassie and Dan, who completed the OACC Aspen Leadership Program, a rigorous year-long program. You know, COVID stole many things, including their ability to hang out and learn from colleagues, but they still got through the program, learned a lot of cool things, and I appreciate both of them as leaders at our institution. I appreciate Megan Batt and the team. You know, she took some extra steps this year. Our nonprofit partners are kind of struggling with staffing things, and Megan stepped up on her own for our annual Heart Walk, put a great team together. I know we took our rescue dog Maisie on a nice walk and posted it. We raised over $500, so way to go. The other things that we're doing differently is meetings. And I know some of you are zoomed out there occasionally. As I like to say, I zoom in and maybe tune out some days, right? I struggle to hang in there. But we've learned to do some cool new things. And part of that is, EAB paid us a visit. We did an all-campus meeting, a president's leadership team, where we meet together with some people in the room, some people on Zoom. We even bring in speakers from around the country and have conversations. And we need to keep those conversations rolling as part of the glue of our team and for innovation. Appreciate Ann Zeller and the medical assisting team. Very creative here. It's a good way to show off the great learning that's done in our medical assisting program and the accomplishments of our learners. Robin Wilcox, who's one of the triumvirate in Pillar 5 community engagement, she's really stepped up our game at the institution with community engagements, and we'll present that at the October board meeting. So we've been doing a lot more sponsorships, and here's some examples of some of those sponsorships that we're doing, and it's very much appreciated, particularly our nonprofit partners. And so a couple of pictures here is serving our southern tier, Paulding and Van Wert, with how we roll in Paulding and a little golf tournament in Van Wert. Now, we still do our traditional things, like a manufacturer's visit with Haas Door. They came here, then we visited them. Great visit. Tori and Steve working here, staying connected with our manufacturers on the skills that we need to make our programs relevant for our learners. Another interesting thing is the e-learning that we're doing right now. And just as an example, this is the American Association of Community College Trustees Conference. I would have traveled to Chicago and stayed at the hotel and gone to sessions. This week I have the opportunity of listening to many great sessions in between the Zoom meetings and walking around campus. Dory Diab, a friend of mine who's president at North Central State College, presented on boards and policy development, something that's in my personal learning this year with the board, doing a policy review. And I learned from President Devers in Montana, they have some leased farmland, just like us. And with the hiring of a recent agriculture faculty member, they're converting it and have created a working farm that students work, and those students are getting jobs. So I so appreciate taking advantage of these e-learning opportunities. Jim Bellamy equally stepping up our game in print and digital media with a commercial shoot here on campus. For our students, faculty, and staff, Mike Jacobs is starting Meditation Mondays again. I have been to Meditation Monday. I'm no yoga guy, but it was relaxing. And Brad, CareerCon 20, is still moving forward, done a little differently, but still getting the job done for our learners to prepare them for our workforce market. Now, some news, the fall enrollment numbers, overall, they're good. They're sitting in the green, doing pretty well. We still lag in returning learners. And I think that's a focus of our team right now with the second 8 weeks. Would appreciate any help getting our returning learners to come back to us. This has been a long-term trend to get returning learners to come back to us more and more. But new students, early admits, College Credit Plus, doing well. Some public service announcement. I enjoy the badging system, as they like to say, and no prouder I was than to put the badge on that I voted on October 6th. Left work, went down, stood in line with my mask on, and exercised the privilege of our constitutional right to vote. And I really encourage you to do the same. In terms of public health, at the school we're doing well, and I appreciate Todd putting out a weekly email. For example, we have one active positive case that we're looking at right now, and that person is being quarantined. At the same time, the county data that we see, a little disturbing. Defiance County had a recent outbreak, and in the state can't quite seem to get cases under 1,000 a day. The positivity rate has crept back up again from 2.9 to 3.2. So I'm really proud of what we're doing here, and we are able to stay open. And I think if we can continue this trend, few more weeks, we'll be okay for the rest of the term, even if something were to happen and we would have to go a little bit on the lighter side for being in the building. Now, our plan is quite simple. We're going to continue doing this, barring some outbreak, and we've seen no community spread here within our buildings. We will then have Thanksgiving recess. After that, learning, that congregate setting of learning. Dan is permitting some of that to happen by exception, but the great bulk of that learning, the week after Thanksgiving, and then even exam week, is done remotely. And student services, which are not as congregate, it's gatherings of 1 and 2s, they are going to be open full bore. So I do say contact your supervisor about work hours and what we're doing. So our learners are going to be a little more remote after Thanksgiving, but we're serving our learners, really encouraging them to get signed up for the next term. The flu shot, I know a couple of weeks ago, I saw the sign, walked in, presented my card, got my flu shot, and got an email from Activate this week. So I do want to encourage, I know some people feel strongly about the flu shot. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just saying top of mind, this is the time we really want to be able to differentiate flu from other things in the January season. Governor DeWine has also declared October FAFSA month. And that is a free federal aid form. We think of it as a loan form, but really it's the ticket to that $650,000 worth of scholarships we give out. And for our adult learner program, which we're working on getting off the ground, that's a group that doesn't have a lot of scholarships, doesn't understand FAFSA. We have people who have stopped out that don't understand FAFSA. So really want to encourage, get the word out. Now is the time. Fill out the FAFSA, and Amber Yoakum and her team are doing a lot of things this month. I know I've posted a few things and would encourage you to kind of piggyback on that and do the same. In terms of enrollment activities, we're going to start open enrollment for the spring 21 term on October 12th. Now, Cassie and her team have a lot of cool things with Terry. They're working on it. So there are some incentives for our returning learners. Again, a group that we really want to hit hard. So if they register in October, there's a QR code that gives them a $10 card that they can use at the bookstore or the cafe. That was a big hit last time. And they're going to do some interactive videos during the Halloween season. Our second 8-week term takes off. That plane flies October 19th. So proud that we got that plane off the ground last year, and it looks like we're going to get off the ground this year. So very much appreciate it. That analogy of the plane is based upon watching Colin and some learners in the summer flying those airplanes across our atrium, and it was like, we can fly that plane. It's called second 8 weeks. The giving, I know that I'm wearing my jeans today, and this month it's for Real Men Wear Pink. donning my pink today. Here's a little info, 64.3 million in breast cancer. I really stand strong on this, and we'll do some videos during this month specifically for this topic. So I appreciate it. Jean's money goes to that, and we'll have some other things that you can give to if you like to. November, December, and probably January will be Jean's months devoted for Robin and the foundation and our faculty staff campaign. Mike Jacobs, like Brad Gear, really helping out our learners right now. So there's a healthcare virtual job fair on October 13th. This is the link to it, so please encourage that. On October 14th and 15th, I know I've cut a little bit of video for our employee recognition. Really look forward, again, our team doing things differently, but we're still going to honor our team members. One of our STEM camps through a Farm Bureau Foundation grant, Ag STEM, is going to be Saturday, October 17th. We will have our all-campus meeting with lunch on us, October 20 and 21. Our board meeting is October 23rd. The big resolution is the adjusted budget now that we know more about our finances for the year. Halloween is coming, and there's going to be some cool stuff happening in the C Week, so be on the lookout for that. Emeritus nominations, very happy to get that back moving forward again. The last couple of years, nominations are due November 6th. I know the board is looking over eligible members right now, so please get those in. Hint, hint, we're going to do a live dinner on commencement evening. Hint, hint, we are doing a commencement. Maybe a hybrid, we're doing things differently, but we're going to do it. We do have on Saturday, November 7th, Discover NSCC, one of my favorite events of the year. And just the campus calendar going forward, note that I highlighted our 2 breaks under the continuing theme of rest, refresh, my friends, rest and refresh. So I'm looking forward to those breaks, and I know you are too. Well, that's all I have for the President's Update, and I want to end with thank yous for 2 specific groups of people. First, since March 10th, there's been a group of people climbed into their car every day, driven to this institution. They staff the front doors and make sure that we're safe. They clean our facility, feed us, just doing marvelous work. And for that group of people who typically don't get a chance to work from home or some of the benefits that have occurred during the pandemic, I just want to say thank you for your diligence to particularly keep us safe and keep us going during what is an incredible time. And I also want to reach out to faculty who I've just watched unflinchingly pivot to serve our learners. And it's just been unquestioned. And I so enjoy what you're doing and appreciate the ability to give our learners a chance to succeed in what is a difficult time. Now, there are lots of other stories like that of different team members doing wonderful things, but I just want to say a few specifics. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you. And with that, have a great week.